Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Welcome to the Double A show, the Wacky Weekend with Artie and Anthony Dodge.
Sorry, I had speaker on. Well, so you were echoing here.
Echo.
You're good now.
Okay, who do we have on? Oh, geez, very quiet today.
Oops, take two.
Yeah. Peyton Rail fan, how are you? Welcome here. Dwight, how are you? Hello to everybody else that's lurking in the background. Hopefully everyone's doing well. There's an 8th person just turned up. Les, how are you? Hopefully it's cooled down for you up there, Les. I know down here it was a scorcher yesterday. Not so much on the coast. We got to about 35 degrees Celsius, which is touching 100 degrees Fahrenheit. But up the top, up the mountain out west, it got the 44, close to 45 mark, which is about 110, 115 plus. 31 now. Okay. Well, I don't know if you're going to get it, Les, but we did get a cool change last night. John Benicki, how are you? Welcome. And as I said, hello to everybody else in the background. Well, it's been a bit of an interesting week for me this week. Monday, I start off in a bit of a positive mood, sort of. I end up going up to Darrell, hoping that, because I was told my 3 engines that I put in for repairs are ready, so I've gone up there to pay for the repairs and to pick them up. And, of course, the shop that I'm going to is closing down, so they've got the big sale. So things went from 30% to 50% on some items. I had cash left over because the item wasn't ready. And there's been a couple of items there, one in particular that I was wanting. Well, there was 2, but one was sold, the other one was still there, and I'm like, stuff it, I'm getting it. So, what did I get?
A box,
but it's not empty.
I got a few of those boxes.
Have you?
Yep.
Yeah. But there was something up there that's been there for a while, and I'm like, I've got to get it. If I don't get it now, I'm not going to get it. I was going to get...
Hey, Sparky.
G'day, Sparky. How are you? I was actually originally wanting to get the set that is very similarly ICE 3.4, the latest one, but the hybrid version that we are going to get here. But obviously it's sold. So I am changing continents. Well, I'm adding, no, I'm not so much changing. I'm adding a continent to my layout. I'm not going to take it out of the box, but...
So first he's telling you he doesn't have enough room in his train room to do much, but now he's saying he's adding a whole continent. Oh my, look at that.
Isn't that beautiful?
Indeed. Nets rail. The DB Nets.
Yep. So I couldn't say no to it. Come on. You couldn't say no to that.
Nope. Now, what do they call that? Is that a class 183? It's official. It's actually a Taurus. It's a... Yeah. It's a 60... EU 64 is its official nomenclature, but in Germany, in Austria, it's called a Taurus, and there's 1016, 1116, and 1216. But in Germany, it's like 183, 186. I forget which one.
Well, now he was retailing that for close to $500.
Ooh, Aussie dollars, right?
Yeah, Australian dollars.
So about 350, 360 American
about
dollars.
380 US. About
390 US. Okay, that's a little high for US. You could probably pick that up here in the US for about 340.
Well,
American.
with the discount, of course, I also have some points with it. G'day, Deep Run. How are you, Mike?
Hello to all incomers.
With the discount plus, I had points that I won't be able to use anymore down the track since they're closing on the 30th. It actually brought it down to $280 Australian.
Nice. That's a good deal.
And I'm like, oh, is that all? Oh, cool. I've got a little bit more money to spend. I haven't, but I thought, well, what's the use of an engine when I haven't got carriages to go with it? G'day, Thomas. So
yes.
what does he have? So I have a look at his. G'day, Grandpa Rose. His depleting stock, which is running out really quick. I was hoping to get some Pico track actually to finish my layout, but they were all sold within about a week. That was roughly about $5,000 worth of Pico tracks gone. So what I decided, and let me get the right setup first. I know it's not the right era, but as everybody knows, I'm not extremely prototypical. Well, it says basically my layout's got more passenger trains. G'day, Terry. How are ya?
Thomas.
So what I decided to do is get some Roco passenger cars, a 3-pack.
Oh, nice.
$160 for the 3-pack.
Not bad at all. Those are good cars too. And if I remember correctly, those are true 187 scale. They're not the usual shortened ones. I believe that was full true 187. Yeah.
Well, I ended up getting smacked in the face the next day when I got home by, as a lot of people know, I've been going through an ordeal lately through a wreck that I had in 2020. And the party I had the accident with, their insurance company starting to attack me and saying, well, you got the hobby. There's nothing wrong with it. It's like, well, hang on. I'm struggling to keep motivated and stay in the hobby. I was on the verge of just getting rid of everything after my last surgery, as a lot of people know. I was just going to cut everything up, throw all the timber and the track work into the scrap bin and sell everything. But after talking to a couple of people, they said, no, don't do it. And one of the people, believe it or not, g'day, Wigwag, how are you? It was my ex as well as Tammy from Mum and Son, Ralph fan. But anyway, Colleen comes up, and after I had that phone call with the lawyers, what do you want for Christmas? And I'm thinking, well, not really much. And I told her about this set, that there was actually another 2 sets left up at the hobby shop.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, would you like one? Do you want to get the both of them? So I rang. I say, oh, what? Yeah, why not? Oh, why not? I can't say no. She's going to give me the money for it. So it's like, well, she's giving me the money. I rang up the hobby shop and said, look, how much were both sets? And of course, I didn't have enough money for the both sets. And I go, well, I'll have another set, which I did get. Paid for it online, and I'll come up and pick it up, save on postage, because mail is all over the place. So, I got the second set.
Oh, you son of a beehive. Nice.
Now, these were the non-displayed models. Now, my engines ain't going to be ready till the 18th. there is a display model of the third set of these. If it's still up there, it's sold. I'm taking it. So that will make it the 9-car set. I'll have the full 9-car set. Now, this train apparently is the one that went from, according to Roko's catalogue, it is actually the one that went between Innsbruck, Austria to Amsterdam, Holland. So I haven't tried it out yet. I'm waiting on the decoder for the engine. And once I get the decoder, which should be here Monday, Tuesday.
Okay, so that one did not have the decoder. Okay.
No, that wasn't DCC model. That was non-DCC.
Oh, okay. So then my comments that the price wasn't bad is a little off, because with the decoder it'd be about $180 here in the US without the decoder.
Yeah.
I managed class 182. That's what the torque. So in Germany it's a class 182, and that's in the DB Nets yellow, which is they pull the you already know, because you know, and then we talked about it.
Yeah.
The DB Nets is the track cleaning bit, so it pulls the service, the track measurement, and track the MOW stock and everything else.
Anyhow. Well, that comes with saying that. Well, that's going to come in handy then, because I do have the 3 Atlas track cleaning. G'day, Randall.
Hey, Randall.
Three track cleaning cars from Atlas. You know, the ones with the motors and that on it. Plus, I've got the Kibbery kits that I put together, so I can have the actual maintenance away vehicles behind it. So, well, that was the whole intention originally.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm looking at, I might get another one next year. More to the era of these carriages. I mean, they're just amazing. The way they're closely coupled and everything else. I'll see how they'll run my layout before I go forking out too much more money, because they're not cheap here. If they run fine, I'll get some more. Where you going? You going outside? God, bye. That's the boss of the house. She's going outside.
Slowly, Mr. Bond, we will convert the entire world to Central European modeling trains.
Yeah. Shit. Hey, hang on. Your video's frozen. That's scary.
Did it freeze?
Yeah, that's scary.
Oh, crap. Bastard.
Yeah. When you said that was scary. It looks like you have taken over. If it wasn't for the prices of everything here, like this actual set was the carriage sets were actually $372 Australian. Yeah, it's still frozen.
Well, son of a beehive. What's up with my camera?
Yeah, I don't know. I know Windows done an update, so are you going to gym for the YouTube meet and greet? Okay, I did see Sparky's live show today. He did say he's going to do the Christmas show. If I still in the right frame of mind, I will do our Christmas Day, which will be Christmas Eve over there. Being on my own, that I will.
Try one more time.
His lips. He's talking about his lips not moving. No, that's his trick.
It's not working.
No. But yeah, the way I've been feeling this last week, or last few weeks actually, I haven't been really all in a good headspace. I just haven't been getting motivated to do anything. I've been forcing myself to do it, just to keep myself active. Am I enjoying it? I do enjoy it a little bit. I enjoy the comments that a lot of you people put up, and it does give me a bit of a push, an incentive to keep going. If it wasn't for you guys, I think I would have given up and would have got rid of it all by now. So that's what it is. So I see how I go. I am at this stage. It's 60% chance of me being. There's a 60% chance I will be at Amherst. So, people, you may see me there. At this stage, it's 60% certain I will be there. Do you want to reboot your system, Anthony? Come back in.
Yeah, I may have to try that.
Because I know Windows just didn't update just as I got.
No, that's something that happened with either my StreamYard or my computer. Trying to figure out what happened, but I've got it reading power again. But it's showing me working. But yeah, when it comes up on your screen, it's frozen. So it's something on StreamYard. So yeah, maybe I'll exit StreamYard and try to come back in. Adios, muchachos.
Okay. Well, Nathan, the same here. Like I've been stuck at home, and take the showstopper out of the way. I've been stuck at home. I've been stranded at home. I haven't been able to go anywhere. I haven't been able to drive anywhere. So I'm basically been imprisoned in my own house. And yeah, I have met some great people on here where large majority I'm yet to meet in person. And it will happen next year because I'm going to be determined to make it. And if it wasn't for the people the likes of Rick Bailey, Rainbow Bell, Sparky, you're one of them, and a few others here. And this guy next to me, I don't think I would have gone this far. I was reluctant originally. Yeah, you're moving. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I was very reluctant to do live stream, but I thought I'll give it a go. And then I met some great people and great bunch of people in the circle. And you do have to say, what's that? You do have to say, it's great meeting you too, Artie. Nod your head.
So did you only hear me do the James Bond bit, or did you see it?
No, we heard that part, and that was the freaky part.
See, I had number one in the James Bond movies, always has the pet cat, but since it's Australian, we'll do the pet kangaroo. No, you see, Mr. Bond, slowly but surely the entire world will convert to our Central European HO scale train play. There's nothing you can do to stop it, Mr. Bond. I'm afraid.
Yeah, and I see defeated. And I see you got the Aussie trader there next year.
Of course.
Yeah, Nakendra. She stirred up all the trouble around here and skipped the country.
Why not?
Yeah. Asio is looking for her. Yeah, but at the end of the day, if it wasn't for the majority of you that are here, and I'm talking about the regular ones here, even Anthony, a lot of us would not be. A lot of us would have been way past the funny farm by now. Anthony, have you
expect me to die, Blofeld? No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to get severe gastrointestinal. Oh, I'm sorry.
See the kangaroo. Good one, Nathan. Yeah, so I am 60% certain I will be in the US in January and February.
So plenty of time to pack everything up and hide your children and your model trains.
Oh, okay. I'm coming to reclaim my rail jet too, by the way.
Yeah, you keep talking about this imaginary rail jet you own.
Yeah,
I've got the receipts, buddy. The law is on my side. I got the receipts.
Yeah, have you got the import papers?
There would be no import papers.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Because I didn't even buy that in Germany. I bought it in America.
Babies when they're hot.
I bought it in America, so there's not even import. You're like a cheap hooker. You're screwed royally.
Hi, Mum and Son. Well, the way
good time to come in, Tammy Ray.
The way things are smelling under the armpits at the moment, yeah, I am this cheap hooker. I tell you what, yeah,
you
and that's
a
cheaper one. I tell you what, I don't know what it is. I'm going back to the doctors this week, but we've been getting some heat. But lately, where they've done the keyhole surgery up in the armpits here, every time it sweats, I tell you what, it reeks really, really bad. And even I can't stand it. I already had 2 showers this morning and deodorant. I just can't get rid of it. So I've got to deal with that before I head over. So my plan is definitely will be trying to get to Amherst first. And then I'm going down along the East Coast, down to South Carolina. And then I'm going to head back up. I'm going to do a triangle. I'll go gate crashing over to this guy's place.
The Bermuda Triangle, nonetheless.
Yeah. The big.
Or could it be the Australian Triangle?
Well, it would be equivalent to the triangle I used to do here in Australia. Yeah. G'day, Clive at Brent. And as I said, I'll be coming over there to collect my railjet and head back to Boston and then fly back home again.
If you're a good little Aussie, I might let you leave home with something German, but it ain't my railjet.
Is it Hilda?
No, she's not going anywhere near you.
Oh, she's not going nowhere.
She's been talking to Kendra.
She's been talking to Kendra.
Yeah.
Kendra's giving her.
And she's seen the pictures and the video.
Right. Okay. I think I'm going to have to go up to Symbio. I'm going to have to go up to Symbio. G'day, Dave B in the Seb. How are you? Needs a modern box car. Yeah. I really wasn't going to. It was almost. Look, I had a hard time not buying this set here. I shouldn't have really bought it, but it just stood out. You know, when you go somewhere and you see it and it just keeps slapping in your face. And it's been sitting up there now. Oh, geez. A good 10 months, 11 months it's been there. And it hasn't been going. And I'm like, ooh. I almost bought a Dutch set that was up there with a double deck. G'day, Andy T. How are you? I got right. I can get that, but when I had a look at it, it had this funny little thing underneath between the bogies, a little blur strip, and I'm like, that's not going to run a mile out. So, but that kept on. Look, it was like, you know, when you go to the pet shop and you see that little pet dog, or that cat or rabbit or whatever, just keeps giving it stare. Take me home. Yeah, that's what it did. Well, why not? I totally agree, Artie. 4.5 years ago, I found my box of train stuff in my cupboard and went on YouTube and found you lot. Yeah, well, I'm feeling the same way. Do you have to go around the Bermuda Triangle? Because I heard from school that if you go through it,
planes and boats go through it often. Now, it does have a history of a lot of sinkings and disappearances, but actually, you got the same thing up in Lake Erie, or not Lake Erie, Lake Superior. There is a Superior Triangle up there where you have a lot of sinkings in that, but it's a very problematic part of the ocean. So no, planes fly through it all the time. People go on vacation boats all the time, but it does have a high incident of boats sinking. But it's
well, we actually have a stretch of road up in Northern Territory that goes for about 400 kilometers, which is about 200, 300 miles, and a lot of cars and people have gone missing there. Never to be found again. But that's a topic for something else.
Legend lives on from the chip on down of the big lake. I'll get you, Goomy. Yeah. Sorry, Stormy.
Well, yeah, thanks. There is a fantastic group, and half the time I feel like we're a bunch of old mates from long way back in doing some of the things that we used to do, like here. Okay, a lot of us are not drinkers, but we used to have a thing called a pub crawl where you go from get out together on a Friday, Saturday night, and you go from one pub, have a few drinks, go to another pub, have a few drinks, and just go on. But here it's like a similar thing, but with the model trains, with the YouTube channels. We're doing the channel crawl. We're going from one channel to another. And
might get away with it if I sing it as Rusty Twanger.
No, we won't talk about the Pilliga. No, Les. No. We won't talk about the Pilliga. No, it'll freak these people out too much.
We got two different conversations going on, but just to talk about these stretches of places wherever you have sort of isolated area, high level of traffic, you're going to have a high level of accidents. Lots of ships out there. In fact, a lot of the famous disappearances that did occur or supposedly occurred in the Bermuda Triangle may not have occurred there. Flight 19, they've done investigations. They think those guys, the leader misread his compass guide, and he actually sailed south, and that's why they never found the place. They actually went south and ran into islands and thought it was Bermuda. And so they adjusted that way and wound up going even further out into the middle of nowhere because he had his orientations completely wrong.
Yeah, but
there are lots of ships that have disappeared in that region, but it was a high traffic region, and it's in an area where lots of Atlantic storms take place.
Hey, Marty. Well, we do.
Hey, Marty Screenshot. Hello.
We do have the Pilliga is actually only about 7-8 hours drive from here. And I was actually I've been considering about taking Anthony and Joyce.
Oh, hell no. You're not taking us to a place that's famous for people disappearing, Artie. You're already not trustworthy enough. Joyce and I are not going, oh, yeah, we're going to go up the 7-8 hours away from Wollongong to a place where people are known to disappear. Wow. By the way, would you mind riding in the trunk of my car? Joyce is bringing her baseball bat. Joyce is bringing her baseball bat, and only a few people get that reference.
Hey,
Derek.
G'day, Derek. I've had my encounters in the Pilliga, and I tell you what, I'm lucky to be here to say I'm alive. And I tell you what, I left skid marks and leaking brake fluid for.
He's talking about his underwear.
Yeah.
First you say it, and then you do it.
Have you seen any German trains where I live? Do you know certain but where's?
No, because if he sees them where he lives, they're Australian.
Okay, there is one guy nearby that does do European trains, particularly German. We actually, Marty and Les might know the layout. He's got a steelworks layout that's called Dirt. It's more or less based on our local steelworks with the coal mine where I first went to when I started doing live streaming. I think and he actually runs German steam engines on that layout.
Although I think Nathan means real trains.
Real trains, not here. I've actually seen on the Roco page when I was looking for some spare parts for the engine, but the lighting kit for the carriages. They actually have got some of the electric locomotives and the steam locomotive that ran in Bosnia and former Yugoslavia, where I used to hang out when I was a kid. Here you go, the German.
There are German trains in Australia, but we will not talk about them. If you talk about them, you will be shot and asked to leave the country.
Andy, there was such a thing with a pub with no beer. And it actually was up in Northern Territory. It was based on a true story. He actually wrote a song on it. The town was cut off by floods and cyclones where they couldn't get the beer to it, and the pub ran out of beer. So it actually did happen. But the way it's worded, it was actually good. If you ever get a chance, listen to that song. You can get a bit of a chuckle out of it. But talking about German trains, yes. What's that? Shh, Les, stop giving away our trade secrets, okay? Shh. That was Ivan Latz doing, by the way, not mine. Pub with no beer is only 1.5 hours south of me, Maxwell. Yep, that's the one. That's another pub that had no beer. But after seeing the Roco's website, they have actually got the electric engines that went in former Yugoslavia, and I'm tempted to at least get a couple of them. I'm almost going the same route as what Anthony's gone, is going along going along the lines of modeling what I have seen. And Rodon. Now, there is the 52 class steam engine up at that hobby shop where I went to, but I'm not paying. I'm even with my discount, even with a discount, I'm not paying $500 for it. When I look at Roco, I can get it cheaper. Well, people disappear there. Yeah, we know. My workspace for is a Bermuda Triangle. Who past disappeared quite often. I think we all had one of them train rooms. What's that? A timeline from Anthony? What is that timeline?
It's actually East German Air Force, but it is basically repurposed from the World War II German Luftwaffe. So this would be late 1940s, early 1950s, but it's East German Air Force officers cap. And you can tell it's East German military because of the little button up here that's got the red dot on it. But otherwise, this was from the old German Luftwaffe, and the head itself is from the Luftwaffe. But yeah, it's
yeah, let me just turn my aircon on. The humidity is starting to get to us. But yeah, so I'm looking at that. I'll see how these trains. I've got to see how these trains run first. The couple that's on the engine, actually, I'm looking forward to that one because a couple on that will suit the Lima carriages. And I will be able to run my Lima carriages that I have here on my DCC layout that I have not ran. G'day, Kyle, for a very, very long time, and they're from my childhood.
Hi, Kyle.
I'm hoping to have them running for Christmas. Between my wife, my daughter, and my house is Bermuda Triangle 2. All of my money disappears. I live on my own and money disappears. And even when I don't spend it, money still disappears. Talking about. Oh, yeah, go on.
No, Nathan, this is a costume hat, but it's based on 1870s, 1880s, all the way up to World War I. So 1914, 1918, Prussian parade helmet. This is called a Pickelhaube. Pickelhaube. Later in the war, they learned to take this off because having this on while they were in the trenches was a clear sign there was an officer early in the war. So they learned very quickly to get rid of that, and then they wrapped them in military Feldgrau, as it's called in German. They wrapped them in Feldgrau, but it was an old officer's Prussian officer. So it goes. You'd see them wearing these as early as the 1850s or 60s. Yeah. So, but this is just a plastic toy.
Yeah. Marty, you should be grateful that you got some heat. I mean, that's the temperature that you and Robin and all the Queenslanders enjoy, that high temperature. But the genuine Melbourne temperature, man, you guys haven't had that for a long time. There was a bit of a. I was going to bring this up to today's topic. There was an interesting house fire up in northern Sydney yesterday. And beware of your model train layout. It is very, very hazardous. It can burn your house down. Apparently, and it's only preliminary investigation so far to the cause of the house fire, and it's been to the result of the model train set. Now, granted, we did have high temperatures yesterday and whatnot, but the train set actually set the house on fire. How? Well, the fire brigade was actually saying that he was using a flammable solvent to clean up his track, and the vapors and whatnot ignited, and enough to start a fire in the train room. Literally, it burnt the house pretty much down. So just be careful, guys, with the cleaning solvents that you use, that it's not flammable, particularly when it's hot weather. Yeah, I was quite amazed when I said on the news, the guy was cleaning his track and the spark actually, there was a spark, and next minute the vapors ignited. That's the only way that's where it started, and that's why they put it down to. So, very, very interesting that is.
Personally, I try not to use flammable solvents with electrical stuff to begin with.
Yeah.
In some cases, you may have to, but usually there are non-flammable. We can't say non-flammable things that you can use. But yeah, that's just oops.
That was a big oops. That must have been something big and something really nasty going on. Because we do have a stuff here that we call methylated spirit, which is basically a white spirit.
I heard that nitroglycerin's a real good track cleaner, man.
Yeah, unless it's used a combination of two and had the wrong ratios. I tell you what, they will make it very, very potent. I've got the scars to prove it.
Some of that nitroglycerin over here so I can use it on this side of the layout. And that's how we became.
I remember to clean the track. Yeah, it must have been something very, very flammable there, Nathan. And like a lot of flammable liquids with spirits and whatnot, they will emit a fair bit of vapor.
Well, I tried a track eraser, Nathan. I tried track eraser, and it worked. My track disappeared.
It did? Yeah, and that's the way you get all those dramas now, right?
No, that's what I was doing here while the chat's going on. I'm messing with this is the loco that was causing all the shorts at the game, my live stream. You were sleeping still. So you didn't catch that. But the first 10 minutes of my live stream yesterday, where, most people who watch my live stream consistently know I almost never have a problem. But when I have a problem, it's like shit fest. And my layout shorted out and rebooted my central station 4 times in the first 10 minutes of my live stream. And I finally was able to track it down that it was this locomotive. So I've been messing with it.
Nice, Stormy. Yeah.
Oh, Stormy's got to take off. Good night, Stormy. I was messing with it and I was messing with it here, no problem. So I've been putting it up here and running it back and forth. And because I'm ADD and have to be doing multiple things. And it's acting just fine. So whatever the problem was, we haven't found it yet.
It's the gremlins at play again.
It's that once every 6 months, we must screw up Dodge's live stream.
Man, well, look at the last time I tried to stream up in my layout and one of the trains to go in the automation program. Went to start it, instead of going forwards, the trains decided to go the wrong way around. Well, I'm using Inox, which is very similar to CRC, and it's non-flammable. And it actually it leaves a little bit of an oily film on top of the track, but it protects the track from corrosion and elements. Like here, I get a fair bit of humidity, so having a little bit of that oily residue on top of the track, it does it good, but it does increase the contact. Okay, what is he up to now? I use
I'm breaking things. That's what I'm up to.
Yeah, what I've been using now with the Inox, and I've got the pads underneath some of the carriages. It actually does wonders. Yeah, I was looking at that.
Oh, you got me on camera. Damn you all. Yeah, this is my track cleaning set when I don't do it manually, but this is my vacuum car with a little stiff brush. And then I have this is the third rail cleaner. It goes through and buffs the third rails. And then this is the dust and rail scrubber. This is the equivalent of your track rubber, it's a bit of a Brillo pad down here, not nearly as tough. It's a foam.
So all you need now,
but don't get talked. I mean, these are fantastic. They work great, but they're also way pricey. I got talked into these and told by all my German guys, oh, yes, you must get the Lux cleaners. You must get the Lux cleaning cars. They are the best in the world.
James.
Yeah, and they're priced that way. Hey, Dundas, how are you? James Scalton?
So the only thing you're missing now is the vacuum cleaner.
No, I had that. This is the vacuum cleaner. That's the vacuum cleaner. Yep, that's the vacuum.
So I better keep that yellow engine under lock and key because that will match those carriages, hey?
You're lucky because I got my own yellow locomotive to pull those.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. You might remember it. It's relatively new to the fleet.
Oh, no, it's still here. No, it's good. So it's still here, people. It hasn't disappeared yet with his magic trick. Bag of tricks.
Yeah, this is my yellow locomotive that pulls my fleet. That is just over 11 inches long. Yeah, Artie, mine's bigger than yours. Mine's 11 inches. But there you go. Because even in the train world, we compare sizes.
Yeah, well, you're just making up for something else that's too small anyway.
I haven't had any complaints.
It's not the size, it's how you use it.
Yeah, but if you have both, you're in like a champ. We are talking trains, ladies and gentlemen. Please stop it with those sick, twisted thoughts of yours that turn everything into something it wasn't. We are just talking locomotives and trains.
Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we didn't. That's what I'm saying. It's not the size that counts. It's the reliability. Small ones tend to be just as reliable, if not better than the big ones. I know I've been having problems with the big 11, 12-inch Locos too. Oh, I've got 3 seconds.
So, Artie, what you're saying is you have problems handling a big 11-incher. Yeah. I didn't know you swung that way. Okay.
Excuse me.
You need one of those track oilers then.
What's that? What was Nathan saying? I doubt there will be any GG ones running today.
No.
We and if they are around, I don't know. I don't think there is any GG ones restored over in US. Nathan, that is actually still running. I know they were talking about restoring one, but it's going to cost them way too much to do it.
No, Nathan, I don't have anything that's World War II related. And again, a lot of times when people talk about their personal preferences, people take it as a judgment on theirs, and they shouldn't. Yeah. I, being German, do not celebrate German World War II. It was kind of, we were, even though my name's Dodge and I was born in the United States, 3 of my grandparents were born in Germany. And even though they all emigrated at the turn of the 19th to 20th century, very strong German heritage. And no, I don't do anything that would have anything to do with the German military from World War II. When I play war games, that's a different thing because I'm playing war. But with my model trains, I stick away from, especially German military, but I don't do any military on my layout.
Yeah, I don't do any of it either. I usually, the way I normally model is based on a lot of it on my long distance trains, where they actually do interchanging on the locomotives along the line. Like, for example, this set here, it starts from Austria, goes through Germany, ends up in Holland. So that means there's got 3 engines to that set as it crosses through the borders. As Anthony knows, like going through the different countries in Europe, they're using different voltages with the overhead power lines. Now,
right, and we have, and you can tell a locomotive is meant for cross-European travel, for example, because it'll have multiple pantographs. I don't have on the top of the electric locos. It'll have multiple pantographs, so that each one is for a different electrical system depending on the country.
Most of the Trans-European Express trains, which is also that falls into one of them, which is usually the summer trains and whatnot that goes between the major points in Europe. A lot of times they have locomotives nowadays. They have had a lot of locomotives designated to that run. The French were ones in particular. G'day, Train Video Productions. How are you?
Hi, Train Video Productions.
The French in particular, and their engines, their electric locomotives will have 4 different types of pantographs.
Yep.
And they won't switch the engines out. They'll actually switch the crew out. And that train will be hooked up to that one train from Paris all the way up into Holland, because he'll go through Belgium, he'll go through Luxembourg, and then it ends up in Holland. Same as when I know the train that I would have caught from Munich when I would have been there in June. That train went down to Italy, the one that I was going to go on. It would have gone through pretty much all of Germany, up through Switzerland, into Croatia, through Slovenia, into Croatia, and then into Italy. So that's 4 different areas, but it would have changed engines in Croatia to get down the mountain.
Right. Yep.
because just the way they draw the power there is just incredible. I haven't come across with those engines yet. I know Lima used to make them, but I haven't come across anybody else that does make that particular.
See, the German company Pico, does make a lot of Eastern European. They make Slovenian, Slovakian, Serbian locos, but it may not, for 3 to 5 years, it might not be one that fits your time period if you wanted to represent that area. So I think Mahano or Old Lima, if you can find Old Lima, of course, and I know you look for this stuff, but I'm learning that Mahano is one of the companies, because they are a Slovenian company, that if you want Eastern European locomotives, the problem is you've got to get them from shops in that part of Europe, right? Which is always the fun.
I'm trying to do a lot of it in the Yugoslavian train, just so I've got something in memory. This is what I used to travel on.
Right.
This is what I used to see. But you see, going back to the Yugoslavian period before the Civil War, Yugoslavia had a lot of hand-me-down trains. So you had it from Italy, you had it from Germany, you had it from... A lot of it actually was from Germany and Italy, like towards the Rijeka, the coast side, the seaside resorts down in Dubrovnik. They were actually using a lot of Italian locomotives. But then again, Italy also had some hand-me-downs from Germany, all the leftovers.
Hi, Ian.
Hi, Ian. How are you?
Yeah, a lot of German. And then after World War II, the Russians, whatever they were able to capture and use, went through all the Warsaw Pact. So a lot of German locomotives. And then they used the German locomotives as models for their new builds in many countries.
I might do that a little bit later. Nathan. At the moment, I mean, I just got this because I got these trains because the price on it was basically too good to be true, and you had to take it. It was once in a lifetime opportunity. I grabbed it. I pretty much got it for cost price.
Okay.
I wasn't going to leave it there. When I first saw it, and I did mention that I did see it, and that was nearly 12 months ago that I saw that locomotive, and I wish I could get it. Right. You're talking about helper locomotives in Australia? No, I'm actually talking about the European ones this time.
Eastern European, yep. Eastern
European, Central European. We're on the borderline there, really.
Yeah. Now, my answer to Nathan's question is a little different. Do I have favorite movies that involve trains? Well, yeah. One of them, now that I think about it, I might. For example, I'm a huge Beatles fan. And it'd be very cool to have a model of the train that is in the early scenes of the Beatles movie Hard Day's Night. Anybody who knows the Beatles movie Hard Day's Night knows there's a early section where the Beatles are on a train and have all sorts of goofy adventures on that train near the start of the movie. That one. Otherwise, the only other movies that I can think of that are specifically train related where a train is a major feature of it, one I definitely would not, because it answers a previous question. For example, there's a great Frank Sinatra World War II movie called Von Ryan's Express. The entire movie is a train. And it's an awesome movie. It's probably, forget his other movies. To me, it's my favorite Frank Sinatra movie.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big Frank Sinatra fan, but Von Ryan's Express is an awesome World War II movie about a group of prisoners of war, American, British, and Canadian, and even some Italian prisoners of war that escape. And basically seize a German military transport train and try to escape. And it's a great movie. It's a wonderful movie. But again, I don't want World War. I'm all modern era, post 2000. Although I do have steamers from pre-Nazi era. I have from the 1920s.
when you speak about those movies,
who are the Beatles? You get out. Just get out. Get out. Notice how he knew how to spell them correctly when he said, "Who are they?"
When you talk about those movies, the one in particular, what's the name's Express. I remember seeing that as a kid, and that's what made me fall in love with the Swiss Alps. When I seen the way the train's mazing through all those tunnels and the canyons and the bridges, you just had that huge drop going into nowhere.
Right.
That's where I fell in love with them. Yeah, go on.
No. I just to finish that answer because I'm me.
Yeah.
There's a third movie that I am recreating, but not on this layout. I'm making a separate one that involves trains.
Papa John, g'day. Uh-oh.
I am making a 2-foot by 4-foot diorama of the town of Big Gulch with the Black Mamba locomotive on the layout. And anybody who knows what I'm talking about with Big Gulch and the Black Mamba knows it involves trains.
Have you got the locomotive yet?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, I am in the process of building it and modifying it so that it looks like the actual Black Mamba from the movie.
Okay.
Now, if you don't know what movie I'm talking about, you have to go to my channel.
Yeah, we won't give it away. We'll let people go to your channel and have a look
Series
at it.
1, the famous Black Mamba. Yeah. And it's famous. The Black Mamba always had to travel up Nelly's Pass.
Or 2.
It drove through the Cougar's Hole up Nelly's Pass.
On it.
Randall can giggle any minute now.
Well, Nathan, if you go through one of my if you go to my I've showed it once before on my playlist. I think it's called The Trains of My Past or something like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You'll actually see the steam engines that are running in Bosnia doing the coal trains. Those locomotives were actually made for World War II, and they still run.
That was a great video, by the way.
Yeah, it is. It is. I was hoping to see them this year, but because of...
Can we pop a link to it?
Yeah, you can, or I can go and look for it.
Well, I mean, I'm looking now, but you might remember where it is better.
Yeah, let me go and look for it. I mean, those engines are still going. I would like to see them again in real life. That was the other steam engine. I was looking at the steam engine. I was looking at that steam engine at the shop, but I am not paying that much money. I'm not paying for that, what they asking for, even with the discount price. Trains and Lines for me. Here we go. It's in the Trains and Lines of my childhood. No, I want to have a look at the videos. Thank you. Videos, that's the one. I've got to learn how to use this. I won't play it again because I sort of got fed with it last time. I've got it up. I'll give you the link to it. There is a couple of parts to this. This is the quick version.
Okay, you found it? Good.
Yep.
Okay. Because that's an awesome video. Very, very cool.
Okay. I'm talking to you on the other show, me. It was, yeah. Well, that's the channel there, Nathan. Have to be kept well lubricated. Well, they do, and they got to use the right water too. But if you ever look at that, Nathan, that's a short version. I'll give you the 1 hour version as well for people that want to look at them. The other one goes for close to an hour. And this goes as back as, hang on, 2019, just before the showstopper.
Hello, Papa John.
Actually, I was going to have a look at it, but I remember I was going to play him up again today, play that video today too. But I remember last time I played it, I did get flagged on it. It took me a little bit of time to sort that out so I can keep it on that stream itself. But that's the 1 hour version, or 58, 54 minutes, say an hour. I'm hoping to get over there, if not, don't know about next year, but I will want to get over there soon to have a look at it and see it again now as an adult, because the last time I've seen those engines, locomotives, I was 10 years old. And thanks to my uncle, he got me to ride on it. I was able to go for a ride on. For a 10-year-old kid to go on one of those old World War II German steam engines is just incredible. I mean, the guys just, when they saw my uncle, they just stopped the train and he got me up on the train and off I'd gone up the mountain. And they were used as banking engines, pushing the express passenger trains and freight trains up through the mountains in Bosnia. Because the grades are so steep, they just gave them the push up the hill so they can maintain the timetable schedule.
Yeah, all these villagers come out and help push it up, and yeah, it's still a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you call teamwork, isn't it? You don't see that today. You don't see that anymore today. I mean, I remember going to high school, the school bus. G'day, Chris, how are you? I remember catching a school bus. So I had a hill up near my place, and it was called Cummins Street. It was a steep hill. We all had to get out and push the bus up the hill because we couldn't make it. Anthony, do you know about the pastoral cars that the Beatles ran? Used to be for the Nazis' original during World War III. World War III? We haven't had World War III yet, Nathan.
Not yet.
Not yet. I'm thinking about World War II. Typing error.
No, I'm not. I don't know about that one, Nathan. Sorry.
Muscle. Yeah, it was a good muscle workout for us when we were at high school. I mean, particularly the ones that used to misbehave, they all got kicked out of the bus and had to walk up the top of the hill because the bus could not make it. I'll see how these go. I mean, I've got to try to get myself. I mean, I was getting better, but now with what got slapped around early in the week, it's put me back in the dark place again, slightly, and I've got to get out of it before I can go and into any more.
Well, I'm going to give you some pressure motivation, Artie.
What?
Even though you're dealing with that, if you want to get yourself motivated, you got to remember you're going to be coming over here in a couple of months, and then you're going to have Joyce and me coming over there. And if you're going to be a mopey, whiny, depressed little bitch, then Joyce and I aren't hanging out with you, okay?
Oh, no, you guys will be the distraction.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, you guys will be the distraction. I already
told him about that.
Yeah, I already told him, my mate's coming over here. No, I'm
actually, in reality, Joyce and I, of course, would sit there and listen for hours to everything you want to talk about.
Yeah, thanks, mate. And same to you, it goes both ways. But still, I've already got the month of June booked out, specific for you and Joyce. I'm booked out for June. All right. Anybody else? Well, you guys just gonna have to wait and hang on.
We got any other Aussies that want to come down and say hello that we chat with, like Richard.
We might consider doing a live stream when you're down here. We might consider it.
Oh, we'll do the show.
Okay.
We'll do your regular show. I'll try to do my show. No, I can't do my show. My show would be way too early and Joyce would hit me.
Yeah, that'll be like what's the earliest that you start? That'll be in the middle of
5
winter.
a.m. something like that.
That will works out roughly about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Honey, I gotta get up and do my stream. I'm not coming on.
Well, you could, but you could always go outside and do it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna take a 4-week hiatus. We'll just do the Saturday show.
Or you could always go into the granny flat at the back.
Artie, are there any steam engines you know that are around that run on artichokes? No, I'm sorry, anthracite coal anywhere in the world. I'm sorry, I read artichokes.
Anthracite.
Any steam engine locomotives that run on artichokes?
Anthracite coal anywhere in the world. What is anthracite? Sorry, I've got to ask you that. Coal. We got all our steam engines here run on coal. Anthony, show Artie how to run it. Anthony, show
I'd be lost. He runs 2 rail. I'd be confused without the 3rd rail. Artie, there's something missing on your tracks. How come I can only run 2 trains on separate lines?
He's not satisfied with 2. He's got to go 3. Sorry, Joyce. Oh no, we'll do something for when you guys.
Once you go 3 rail, you never go back.
Man, for the expense, for the money that's worth it. G'day, Ray. How are you, Bertestein? Australia Artie's team only runs natural gas, mate. If they were running on my natural gas,
if burritos are the cause of natural gas, sure.
Yeah, we won't be. This whole place will be like, yeah, that's straight. East coast of Australia will be off the map. Different steam engines, Northern Indiana, 765.
How's far in Australia? Blamed on burritos.
Yeah, blamed on Taco Bell for coming down here. I mean, we got a choice between Taco Bell and this other mob up here in Unadera. I think the ones in Unadera are better than Taco Bell's. Plus, Taco Bell's is too far to drive. Anthony's at the top coal that lasts way longer than any other coal in the world.
I can't remember what's special about it, but that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Yeah, there is, Nathan. Down in Victoria in the south, in Melbourne, which is our southern state, they actually do. I know what he's talking about. Yes, okay. That coal. We do have steam engines here that use that coal, and it's down in the south. A lot of our engines that are up here, they run on the other coal that is basically, we now call it steaming coal. It's the actual steaming coal that they use in coal power stations because they got a very low tar and ash content. Most of the coal that we have around here, except for 2 seams, they have a very high tar content, so they're no good for the steam engines. The coal up north, up in Newcastle, on the other side of Sydney, and one of the mines on the other side of the Blue Mountains, they run the steaming coal, and our engines do. The 3801, the 59 class, all those steam engines you're seeing at the Steamfest all run from that coal. So that will hopefully help you answer your question. You'll have to come out here, Nathan, and have a look for yourself. I mean, we'll pitch a tent out the backyard for you. You've got plenty of room here to stay. Yeah.
Sorry,
what?
Pitching a tent has a totally different meaning, but that's a different story. Good night, kids.
All right. Anyway, guys, it's been fun. I'll try to come up to my live
See what he
stream.
says it's been fun right before he kicks us all out.
Yeah, it has been fun. Yeah, I don't want to incriminate ourselves any further. So yeah, well, I hopefully did. With the coal that we have here, I learned a little bit the different types of coal within our region here because I did transport all the coal and the coke from this area. Actually, who was it? I mentioned they had the Pole Express, John Benicki. Unfortunately, I have got that. I have got one of the steam engines here from Barkman, but I am having complications on my layout, and that's frustrating me and depressing me because I'm not going to be able to run it this Christmas.
Speaking of which,
I've been used to running that train every Christmas time to give it a run, but I cannot run on a layout. I've got a couple of spots where it's got where it keeps derailing. Next year I have it running, but the Dakota for my engine, the new engine now, it should be a Tuesday. I'm going to put the Dakota on it. So I'm going back in time with the new engine. I'm going to be running my carriages that I got for Christmas when I was a kid at, what was I, 8 years of age. The other one when I was 6. So I'm going to have them run for Christmas this year. So that's going to be something different. Because those carriages for my second and third train set. That's going to be something different. I will post it there somewhere on the line. With my video posts, I am only going to limit now to Fun Day Fridays and my live streams. When I feel up to it, I'll do something extra. I am doing Cab Crew Wednesday this coming Wednesday. Don't know what I'm going to have on for that show. Just have to watch your space. Our tree is going tomorrow. Where's your tree going, John?
We're going up.
Going up? Oh, I thought it's leaving town. So I'm not hanging around here. No.
No, ours went up last weekend, then I've been decorating it through the week. I got to get the train. The Christmas train is going around the tree tomorrow.
Yeah, you're just lucky I haven't got a rabbit that's going to attack it.
And then our latest Fowler Advent calendar reveal video will be up tomorrow.
That's been actually quite interesting, Matt, so far.
It's a bizarre mix they're throwing out there. A lot of deer.
I wonder if the two of them been in cahoots with one another and what they're going to put.
That's what I'm wondering, because a lot of them cross more than they should, but it's been weird.
Yeah.
A couple of deer on one side, a couple on the other. At least no chainsaws this year.
I thought you used to film that. Oh, okay. No, well, the deer, well, you got to breed them for next Christmas, don't you? No chainsaws yet. No, John Benicki, no. But we don't know. That guy with the remote control could be, we might have a remote control chainsaw.
Remote control chainsaw.
But I see Roco got an advent calendar too. I might actually go with you next year and do the Roco one if they do one for next year. It looks very interesting.
Well, a couple of the places put up advent calendars where they show different trains they're putting on sale, locomotives, but I don't know if they have an actual one because Roco doesn't make figures. Fowler and Noak are the only ones. Even Prizer, so far as I know, Prizer does not make an advent calendar. Fowler and Noak are the two that have the figurine advent calendars.
But Fowler and Noak, I've got to say they do good figures. Do I have a wood-burning stove? No, it got stolen by the locals. Trying video production, but I can always make one outside. It doesn't take much.
I've got a metal stove that burns, but no, my wood-burning stove, because it was a stove made out of wood, burned, and we don't have it anymore.
Yeah. Let's see how things go for next year. Who knows where I'm going to be this time next year. I mean, I could be here. I could be at my new place. Who knows?
Never know where you're going to be in a year.
No. As I kept saying, as I'm hoping I might eventually I will eventually be moving away from here and going somewhere cheaper to my own place where I can actually settle down, put my feet up, and relax to the day I'll go 6 foot under.
And that's good because you want to be able to put your feet up in your own place because Lord knows when you put them up in other people's places, people
get offended. No. They get offended. Yeah.
Well, if you'd wash your socks now and then, it might trim your toenails and, that's the issue.
I never wash my socks. I wait till they get holy and whatnot and they can't be worn anymore. Take them and throw them away and get another one.
No, your feet just absorb them in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they just...
Actually, who are we kidding? You're a hobbit. You don't even wear shoes.
Well, not in days like this, no. Exactly. I mean, it saves laundry.
Mr. Frodo.
I mean, look, even with me, no, we're not going to go on there. Do you have to pay for electricity? Okay, I've got to pay for my electricity use here, and my internet. The only thing I do not have to pay here, thankfully, is my water bill, because the 1 meter shares this property and the granny flat at the back. Generally, here, if you rent a house, your water usage is included, not the sewage compound.
Yeah, I don't pay for electricity here either. I just get my kids and my grandkids to wear carpeting on the bottom of their shoes and then run all over the carpet. And I just have a couple of electrodes plugged into some storage cells. And yeah, that keeps us powered up pretty good.
But eventually, when the landlord gets the time, we are going to have solar panels here. So we don't have to rely on the main grid. Anthony, the neighbours are happy if he has...
If he has his pants on, yeah.
And my neighbours don't see me. It's all enclosed, so I'm fine here, Derek. No, I live in a house here, Nathan. I've got my own house here. Well, not my own house as in such, but yeah, I live in a house here, and my back courtyard is reasonably private. Ben and Rochelle can't look in, and the neighbours from over there can't look in, so we can have a nice little quiet barbecue out the back there. We just got the new neighbours next door on the bedroom side. They seem very nice. They've been pretty quiet lately. I did hear a bit of rackets the other night and gone out to have a look because I didn't know they were moving in so quick. So I've gone out there, greeted them with my little buddy. I'm getting it. I went out and greeted them with my little buddy the other night at 9 o'clock at night. They were impressed that someone's keeping an eye on the property. But yeah, now that I know they're moving in straight away, I don't have to worry about too much about what noises are coming in from down there. So
indeed.
I'm lucky in this part of the neighbourhood and our area on this side of the football field. It's actually pretty good. I've got fantastic neighbours. Yes, it's to save money. Yeah, it is to save money. And yeah, I will be able to use it to run my trains in it as well. But we're going here to the way of large majority of houses here in Australia now are going solar panels. It's part of the Green Power Initiative. Some are using batteries. So what happens is it makes it cheaper, and what excess you got goes back out in the grid. And there is actually a community down south from here. They've actually got one now with big battery cells where the whole community's power solar panel goes in case of a bushfire or whatnot, and the main power infrastructure goes down again. That town will not lose its power. It will still have enough electricity to keep the thing going. Pixie not guarding the tunnel. Pixie was just outside doing the tunnel, Ray. She's digging that to the granny flat. She's actually stopped doing it for a while because she's been keeping an eye on me to see if I'm okay.
Yeah, Pixie has her own tunnel, which she calls the Cave of Kayarbana.
So you know more about that tunnel than I do. Jesus Christ.
Any excuse to make a rabbit Monty Python reference.
Oh, look.
That's no ordinary rabbit, mate.
It's not. I've not paid an electricity bill since. Well, that's right. I remember the boss that I worked
for a mile wide.
I remember the boss that
Look at the boards. Sorry.
What floorboards? You got to bring your own floorboards, by the way. I remember the guy that I was working for at the time of my accident. He had solar panels put in at the yard and in his house, and within the first month, he's got his power bill, and they said, "You owe us $400." And he took a photograph of the meter and goes, "But I haven't used any of it. So how can I be? Why are you charging me for power when I'm not using it? You're supposed to be paying me." So, but yeah, no, in the long run, it will pay for itself. I know Mum and Dad when solar panels were coming in, they got a hot water system with solar heating, and it's paid for itself. That many times, I believe, since the house was built they had it installed in 83. This is how long that panel's been up and that water tank's been up there. Since 1983, they do have they have got an override that goes to the main grid. I think they've only used it 10 times since 1983, so it goes to show you how efficient it is.
Now, do you suppose that's Artie or Anthony? He kind of melded us into one.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Auntie. Is it easy to buy stuff, Amazon stuff for train-related things? Depends on what you're buying, but locomotives and cars, not on Amazon. And no, I don't have a hobby store or train store near me that sells what I collect. The closest one that has anything close to what I collect is 2 hours and 15 minutes away. And the one that does have is 5 hours away. So I just order online straight from Germany. Since I don't have a local shop that I can support, I get very inexpensive from Germany.
My local hobby shop, well, we don't have one in Wollongong anymore. Okay, good night, James. I don't have a hobby shop here. The closest one is where I bought Baroko's locomotive and stuff, which is up a barrel. It's roughly about a 45-minute drive. Not a bad drive. I usually go
not too bad, no.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I only go there if I'm in a hurry for some part or whatnot for my layout, like some track or some track pins or little bits and pieces that I do need for my layout. The other place, like Joe, the Kishua Hobbies, that's in Liverpool. Depending on the time of day and traffic, on average, it's 1.5 hours in. Takes about a half an hour to 45 minutes to drive to find parking. And then it takes me an hour to drink a cup of coffee with Joe. In other words, it's an all-day trip up there. Here's the closest one to me that I normally go and buy train parts. Those passenger cars that you've seen that I've just done lately. Here's normally my go-to place. Excuse me. Sorry to cough on you, buddy, there.
But like figures and scenery are easy to buy off of Amazon, but I can also look on eBay and sometimes get it for cheaper.
Yeah, just give me a sec.
Yeah. I tell you, I keep trying to get him off the cocaine, but man, he can't even go at live stream anymore without having to go get a couple of snorts or tokes, and just our producers are on us about it. It's just terrible. Yeah, you can talk. You can type about him all you want. He can't read. See, if we want to read the chat, we have to get a mirror because, see, you guys are looking at it that way. We're on the other side, so it's all backwards to us.
Sorry about that. Just had a knock on the door.
It's not a cat, Derek. It's a rabbit.
Yeah, it's a rabbit. Yeah, no, I just had a...
Pixie's a rabbit.
Yeah.
Huge fangs and a mean streak a mile wide. She'll slit you up a treat, mate.
Too much. Shut up, John.
If only it were coffee, John. If only it were coffee.
As I said, I normally just go to Sheila Hobbies. There is another one at Blacktown I normally go to for my DCC components. But I only go there if I really must. There is a hobby shop in Sydney, but they're pretty much just like they're pretty much train sets, really. Ray, would you stop giving away my secrets, okay? Thank you.
Ray, he doesn't snort rabbit pellets. He doesn't snort. He uses them as salad.
I smoke it.
He uses them as salad seasoning and a little bit on his brisket.
It actually goes good. On the Caesar salad.
One more reason why we will be going out to eat every day while we're over there.
It gives that extra. It just gives it that extra crunch.
Wasn't that last week or 2 weeks ago live stream? It was either the video with the spider and everything.
Oh, you mean the Halloween?
Might have been the Halloween one. I don't know if go back that far. Yeah, now we don't even remember, Nathan.
No, we're going old and senile.
Well, we just do so much tomfoolery that it just all bleeds into one. And then again, at the time, we just try to forget it. We do it and go, oh, that was stupid. Let's just forget it.
Yeah. Yes, Terry, he still does. Terry's he's still in business. He's still going. I don't get to go to him much because for me, it's too awkward to get to. It's awkward enough to go to see Gary and Mary at Morrell Craftsman, which is Blacktown, but to get to where they are, it's a bit more awkward. And the other thing is he mainly deals with the British outline. He specialises in the British trains, UK trains, and I don't really model UK. Now, I will go to him if I'm after something specifically for my layout construction. Say if I need my risers or if I need some track pins or fish plates or something in that sort of nature. Or spare. Actually, he is a place where I do go to get my Athern and Proto spare parts. He does have a lot of spare parts for locomotives. Now, those are the basic main ones. There is the other one, the Australian model shop, which is run by Trainorama. That's only open up on Saturdays, and there's no way I want to go up there on a Saturday. I'll go up there again if I have to. But for 1 day a week and going up there on a Saturday, traffic is just as bad as going through peak hour. And it's there all day long. So anyway, an hour and a half. I'm going to try to get back in the room. I want to get a couple of my engines that one engine, the 421 class. I want to get that fixed up today. And I've got my 48 class engine that for some reason it doesn't want to go. The pivot is gone. And so I want to work on that while it's still cool in the back room. People, thank you very much for coming up. I know I didn't invite anybody up. I just wanted me and Anthony to have a bit of a chat. Chinwang. Yeah, that's the one. You and I will have to have a talk soon. So off camera. Down the track. But everybody, thank you very much for coming up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Share your love with everybody. Go out and say hello to everybody as you can. Do the YouTube crawl. We can't call the pub crawl because no one's giving any drinks or cookies.
Speak for yourself.
What, did I give you any cookies or anything like that? No. Get your own.
Yeah, that's why I'm crawling to the pub now.
Yeah, crawling. I'll be rolling. It's downhill from me.
Well, I'll just get up and walk to the pub.
Okay, good. Go. Anyway, guys, I'm doing Cab Crew Wednesday this week, so hopefully see you then. If not, see you guys next weekend. Have fun, stay safe, and see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.